It's day 3 on the floor of PDAC, and right now I have John Slaven from MineSense, correct?
That's correct. Nice to be with you, Tracy.
I get so many emails prior to PDAC, so many emails, and I got this one, and this one really triggered interest from me. So can you share with our audience who MineSense is and what you're doing at PDAC?
Good. Well, I'm delighted to be here at PDAC, obviously. We have a number of our customers here, and it's a great opportunity to connect. MineSense is a technology that is available to all mining companies. We're focusing in on copper mining at the moment. It's a sensor that mining companies can attach to the shovel as they're loading ore onto the haul truck. And in loading the ore, we are able to measure the content of the material, so the grade of copper that is contained. So the most obvious use case is once the haul truck is loaded, based on the measurements we've taken, we can determine whether that truck should go to the mill to recover that material as ore, or it goes to the waste pad and it is discarded as waste.
And when you say the shovel, obviously it could be the large shovel.
Those are the large shovels.
We're not talking about just a standard shovel.
Yeah.
Okay, so people must be very excited about this.
It's a very exciting technology. We've had very good commercial success so far. We're currently deployed at about 16 mine sites. The revenue growth over the last few years has been about 30%, so we're really getting very good traction with mining companies. It's especially valuable because I think as everybody is realizing that finding new deposits is very difficult. And once you found them, you need to get them permitted, you need to get them built. But if you can extract more metal from the ore that you're already mining, there's a huge and immediate benefit available, and that's what we bring.
Are you able to mention any of your clients, the 16 that you've signed already?
So we're working with many of the large mining companies. There are very few that we're not currently working with. Either we've fully deployed or we've got active trials underway.
Are you taking on any smaller companies, or is there any benefit for a smaller company utilizing you?
There is absolutely benefit for a smaller company. So the smallest we go to is a single shovel. So if we can find an opportunity to deploy our sensors on a single shovel on a mine site, or even on a front-end loader, moving material in a waste pile, that's an attractive use case for the mining company.
And how does your revenue model work? Do people pay you per shovel?
Well, that's a really good question. So we initially sell the hardware, so it's the sensors that are mounted onto the shovel, and then we charge an ongoing fee for provision of the data and ongoing service support for the sensors. It's a very aggressive environment, as you would imagine. So as the shovel is working, you've got large rocks potentially falling on the sensors, which can damage them. So we need to make sure that they remain in good working order. So there's a fair amount of wear and tear that results. So we need to make sure that our clients have their sensors in good working order, so that they can continue to make smart decisions on a shovel by shovel basis.
We have so many clients that have a wide range of critical minerals. So what will you be moving to after copper? Because it sounds to me like this is a technology that can be duplicated for other critical minerals.
Absolutely. So open pit copper mining is our principal focus. We've got so much opportunity in that space right now. That's really where we're going to be focusing for the next few years. There's lots of opportunities in other base metals. Nickel is a mineral that we're looking at. And then other bulk materials like iron ore. Again, I think there's a very attractive use case there. So we have an ongoing R&D program to enable us to develop the sensors that will be able to distinguish at the levels of precision we need to on the minerals that are contained in those streams. So that work is ongoing. As I said, for copper, it's largely, well, the focus is open pit at the moment, but there's a lot of underground copper will be mined today and increasingly as the open pits are exhausted. So we're developing our technology so that it's suitable for underground mining as well. So,
in looking at your background, what got you into this?
For me, it just was the perfect situation for me to deploy the experience I've gained over a full career in the mining and metal space. So from early stage exploration to mine development to operations to processing and thinking about all of the operational aspects of how to support a mining operation. And I feel as though I can bring all of those skills to really enable MineSense to sort of really grow to the next level.
So what's next for MineSense in the next quarter or two?
The next quarter or two is just continuing to deploy with our current clients. We've got two principal areas of focus right now. The first one of which is to make the sensor more durable, more robust. As I mentioned, it's subject to a very aggressive, harsh environment with a lot of bombardment from heavy rock, so we need to make it more resilient to be able to fully match the maintenance intervals that the mining operators are operating on now. So there's some further work we need to do there. And then the second is taking the data that the sensor is generating and enabling that to create value through several different phases of the mine planning process. At the moment, we're very much directing trucks either to the waste pile or to the ore pad, but all of that information can be incorporated into the resource model, updating the mine plant block model, and then also into the resource or the process optimization downstream. There's so much critically important data that we are generating, and we need to make it available through that full process.
And the data just must be fascinating.
Unbelievable.
Because I was sitting here thinking, what is something that you've learned from this data that you can share with our audience that you find intriguing?
Well, what I find intriguing is the variability that exists that is inherent in any ore body. And we do so much averaging and interpolating and extrapolating based on very discrete exploration points, drill holes that are tens of meters apart. And here you've got almost an analog of granular data and seeing the variability that exists and being able to really exploit that variability rather than saying we're just going to blend this all together and take advantage of a blended grade.
Do your clients receive this data?
Do they receive the data?
Yes.
Yes, they get the data. We obviously accumulate the data as well, but we want to make sure that the clients have full access to the data and they can use it as fully as they choose to.
So bringing new meaning to data mining, we have John Slaven from MineSense. For everybody interested in finding out more, please go to the following website. John, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.